Came out of the womb, won a battle. If you were born and you cried, came out of your mother's womb, you won a battle. If you're sitting down here now, you've won so many battles already. If you're hearing me on the screen, you won so many battles already. Now let me tell you how you won. You won by your light. There's a light you have. Maybe you're neglecting. The ancients are men and women that survive time through wisdom. It's not a joke to keep living. Let me say again. I say it's not a joke to keep living. There are people that didn't get up to 10 years. There are people that didn't get up to 20 years. There are people that didn't get up to 30 years. There are people that didn't get up to 40 years. There are people that didn't get up to 50 years. There are people that didn't get up to 60 years. There are people that didn't get up to 70 years. There are people that are alive now, but they will never be 70. So hoary hair is a miracle. It takes wisdom to survive time. So the ancients are wise people. No matter how you look at old age, it's a blessing. There is something I want you to know. I've never told you before. Let me tell you. When Jesus came, they killed him. He rose from the grave because he died as a young man. He died as a young man. Because of what he passed through, dying as a young man, he vowed that when he comes back, he will not die, he will not go out of the earth young. That he will stay here on earth until he is ancient of days. He will stay here until he becomes an old man. In fact, he made a vow that he will not reveal the glory of a young man to the earth. He will reveal the evening glory to the earth. The glory of an old man. That is why when you see God on the throne, you see him having hoary hair. Because that hair is golden. It is full of wisdom. It's full of brightness. It's full of power. A lot of people don't know that the actual power is a product of wisdom. While I was in worry there, I made a vow to them on Sunday. If you're hearing that message, I preach on Sunday on the Father of all blessings. I said, I will do nothing with any power. I will do nothing with any form of power that doesn't have source in brightness. Let me say again, I say, I will do nothing with any source of power that doesn't have foundation in brightness. I also said that I will do nothing. Listen, I also said that I will do nothing with any form of power that doesn't lighten the soul. You see, because if the soul is not lightened, witchcraft will look like anointing. I say what? Witchcraft will look like anointing. Witchcraft will look like anointing. I don't always accept it when people say that man died, that man of God died young. That is the will of God. No. The spirit of this time is saying that there should be wisdom, but the power of the Ancient of Days is in revelation. Don't forget, you cannot have wisdom without revelation. You connect to wisdom through revelation. Is somebody hearing me? I say you connect through. No, you connect to wisdom. That means there is no wisdom for the blind. Wisdom is an application of knowledge. That means you have to glean, you have to know before you can be wise. I said on Tuesday that they congregated there and John was crying, and one of the elders that was in the realm of awareness. When you say heaven is a realm of awareness. There are people, you don't know that every important place is established on awareness. Don't forget that you don't hide your state. When there is ignorance, there will be no peace in the mind. And if a mind doesn't have peace, it will appear in the eyes. Let me say it again. I say, when there is ignorance, there will be no peace. And if the human soul is resting, it will show in the eyes. I mean physical eyes, that there is no peace in this life. But the ancients know. That was when John was crying, one of the elders, name unknown, he said, no, you're just a John, you're just coming. Don't worry. He said, look at the problem you're crying, it has been solved. But because you are not used to this place. One of the elders. So I shared on the wisdom of the ancient in part 2. I've already shared it in part 1. I didn't know what Kennedy and Solomon did on Tuesday, but I forgive them. Forgive you for tempting me with something you know I live for. You don't tempt me with what I live for. The offense will go very deep. I'm sharing here because I believe in light. I told them in the morning I'm going to reprint some of my books and increase the price. It's not because I'm bothered about who buys. If you neglect light, we will be here, you will pay. We will be here. We will see it in your shoe. We will see it in your dressing, in the way you pack your hair. When we look at your eyes, we will know whether you have peace or not. Darkness will never give men peace. The fruits are everywhere. Somebody who is dark can claim to know, but you cannot deny the fruit. So you cannot deny also wisdom. Wisdom can't be denied. So if those boys know what they did on Tuesday, the level of pain I felt for 2 days for losing 3 messages on that YouTube, they will not turn to me. Now, the ancients, I said the ancients are the closest to God. That means, like I said on Tuesday, you don't pass. If you don't pass through, then you won't meet God. I'm about to go away from it. Don't trifle with men that have the story of the place. I was telling you about Mama. I said almost all the women that are in my village, that are my mother's mates, are dead. I know her friends. That means there are certain stories that when you of something that happened in that village about 60 years ago, about 70 years ago, something that happened in the Gobike's family, about 70 years ago. If you want that story, you have to come to Mama, because she's one of the eldest. I don't know who is elder than her in the Gobike house. There's nobody who is older than her in the Gobike family. Now, if they want that story, they have to go to Mama. They have to come to my mother for that story, and they will always need it. Now, in case please, I'm about to get away from this. There are stories you must find out from people that have those stories before they pass. And because if you say, oh God, reveal it, what God reveals to you is something He stored in the spirit of men. It's a revelation that is in the spirit of men that God revealed to men. If a man doesn't have access to any revelation, it will not come. That is why an angel of immortality cannot release the revelation without me. You don't say, oh God, give me revelation about immortality without Chris Christian. It's not possible. It is what I know that the angel will reveal to you. So it is a wonderful thing for somebody to be able to have stories. One of the days I told you I was in Kano. One of the days I was in Kano for a meeting, and they were carrying me from the hotel room to the church, and I looked through the window of the car and I saw new churches coming up in the city of Kano. Churches that were not there when I was there. I smiled. I said, I think that these young men who are trying to start this church should have made somebody like me to tell them story of Kano in the last 25 years, to tell them what happens to churches in Kano, all that we passed through while we were there. And then maybe if they give me a gift, I will tell them, and they have strength, I will tell them where the dragons that are in charge of Kano lives. And maybe tell them 1 or 2 secrets on how to prosper in Kano. Or maybe advise some of them to run away from Kano as early as possible, if they don't have strength to survive there. You know, there are young men that claim that God called them to start church, but actually strength does not permit them. Excuse me. Let me say this before I stop. Boldness does not bring success, because even devils waste strength. Devils, after you have become bold, your strength will be weighed. A powerful spirit will not fear you because you're feeling bold. A powerful spirit will want to weigh your strength. So it's not encouraging for people to start fighting battles they don't have strength to win. All right. Can I ask you to stand? Hallelujah. Shout hallelujah. 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 Shout hallelujah. 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 Shout hallelujah. Listen, there is something that Solomon, can you increase this? There is something that the angel of death function with. The angel of death function through deception. So is all evils. Since Satan fell from heaven, he sponsors ignorance. He persuades people to believe in a lie. You know, I wrote chapter 1 yesterday on faith is a tattoo deed. I said in tattoo deed that when Peter saw Jesus upon the waters, he started walking. And then he came down. Because it is not, Peter doesn't have tattoo deed that can walk upon waters. You don't separate your value from your faith. That's why sometimes it looks like faith does not work. Now, all the people that got frustrated on earth, they ignored title deed in faith. If Jesus didn't help Peter, Peter will die. You see, because Peter is not meant to live by the faith of Jesus. The faith of Jesus is the one that made him walk upon the waters, not the faith of Peter. God couldn't support Peter to walk upon the waters because Peter didn't have the title deed. Satan like encouraging people to claim something they don't have title deed for. They were not born with the capacity, but they like it. They say Shepherd is doing it, I can do it. I'm about to start teaching the fifth time. And I would like you to pray and say, Lord, bring me to awesome awareness. Wait. When I joined the private jet that was going to worry, I knew that Zion and my son will not recover. They will not recover from the blessing. You don't wish it. It's there. So when I was preaching the first time, I said they should bring it. If you watch that, you see the private jet when they brought it on the screen. Now, they will recover. They will recover from what God will do. That was another season. They gave me a new season, and then they themselves entered into a new season. If you want to enter into a new season, give it to your father, and you don't need to pray. I would like you to pray in one simple prayer. Say, Lord, let my heart be freed from every form of deception, of darkness, believing in a lie. I will never believe in a lie. Listen, there are some young girls, their marriage has delayed. It is not because God have not given them a man, but when they see their marriage mates, they believe they are better. They say, is it me you want to marry? The man that came to you, is he blind? I said, the man that came to you, is he blind? Is you that he came to? Now, why you're asking is because you don't want to identify with your value. Now, when people refuse to identify with their value, their marriage delays. You see, because I met a lady many years ago. She said she saw a dream of how a particular man came into a city, and that was God showed her the man is coming for her. I asked her a question. I said, if truly true that this dream is correct, and if this type of man came into a city, I asked her, is it you? I said, in your village, shoe not to get size.